I'm going to tell you about the time that I worked as a barista in downtown Los Angeles. I worked at a very popular vegan restaurant called Cafe Gratitude, and the whole thing about Cafe Gratitude is that everything on the menu was named after positive affirmations. So a salad would be called I am grateful, I am confident, I am astounding, things like that. And then the order of events when you order is you tell your server what item you want and you use that positive affirmation to make an order. People hated it. They didn't want to do it. It was kind of fun to be the one to say those things, but another aspect of the job was that every day there would be a question of the day. And then there would be a shadow question. Now, the shadow question wasn't for the customers. The shadow question was for the employees. But this is how it unfolded. You would ask somebody the question of the day. The question of the day could be anything from what are you grateful for to what is something you're looking forward to. And then the shadow question would be something a little bit deeper, something a little bit more introspective. What is holding you back from being fully happy? What is something that you wish you could change about yourself? They're very deep and personal questions, and not everybody likes to get that deep. Not everybody likes to confront those parts about themselves. Something that Cafe Gratitude made all of their employees do when they clocked in for their shift was to grab another employee who was clocking in for their shift, sit with them for a few minutes alone, and do something called clearing. Clearing was the process of asking the other person these two questions. One person would ask the question, the other person would answer the question, and then the person who asked the question would then repeat exactly what the other person said. They weren't summarizing, they weren't interpreting the words, they were just repeating exactly what they heard the other people say. There's a lot of power in doing this. Sometimes it gets really hard to step out of yourself and hear and connect with another person. When you are just repeating exactly what you are hearing, a part of you is recognizing the words that are being said to you, but when you are hearing another person say the words and the feelings that you are saying, it unlocks something very deep. I heard the other day about how everybody just wants to be validated. Everybody wants to be validated for their feelings. And in a simple way, this clearing process was a way to do that. It was a simple thing that they forced us to do every shift that built such strong connections within the staff. People who you thought you had nothing in common with, that you wouldn't have really even had any conversation, when you sat down and cleared with them, you learned a lot about their daily lives, about their feelings, about what they were going through. And when you shared these deep, intimate moments of just listening to somebody speak and then validating the words that they're sharing, you get to a level of connection where you truly feel safe. I think about that job a lot because it really changed the way that I approach connecting with people. And doing something every day like that, I think, when it's so laced within the work, right? 8 hours, 12-hour shifts, and you have to do it no matter what, is a daily practice that I think myself, I remind myself that the things that we want to do and the ways that we change, we should treat like work. That's the end of my story, and I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much.